Hey Room, I'm back.
Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 1. My goodness, has it been a while, and it is good to be back. I know I've been on a bit of a hiatus for like 2 months, but I figure we'll go for a quote-unquote casual 50 heat run using my favorite weapon in the game, Aspect of Hestia. I'll kind of chat about what's been going on in the background to kind of justify, well, maybe not justify, but explain the
What could go
the
wrong?
absence and what I've been doing in the meantime. Let's see what boon we're getting off. And for full clarity, I am running unmodded except for the guaranteed story rooms. I'm still using that from the quality of life mod, but that's the only thing that's going to carry this 50 heat run. Everything else is going to be base heat. I'm trying to make this kind of casual, but also enough to like keep my brain focused. But Hestia is very much for me a turn my brain off and just shoot things kind of weapon. Anyway, so where to start? My goodness. I think probably the best place to start is just why did I take a 2-month break? And that is, well, I needed to focus on other things. Kiwi and I were getting married. Work was kicking my butt in terms of just the time demand and like mental strain and a lot of hard days in a row. Ricochet Fire is amazing. We got really lucky there. We'll take the key here. And so I needed to reprioritize where I was spending my time. I wasn't having enough time for myself and for like time with Kiwi. And so I wasn't recharging in between days of work, and it was just kind of leading to a general sense of burnout. And so I decided to take a break, and now I'm going to start working on coming back. I mean, biggest motivation. Let's go for Aphrodite. Aphrodite's attack would be amazing. Biggest motivating factor for coming back is, oh no. This is like the worst room you can get on Hestia. 1 second, I'm going to have to focus here. Oh gosh, shield spammers are not good, and I don't have any like damage over time effects from Dionysus or Poseidon's rupture, so not great. As long as I keep spamming my special and like use my basic shot. So this is the most important thing about Hestia. Like Hestia's empowered shot is incredible for killing things really fast, but for these damage control spamming enemies, just hold X and win, or hold attack and win. All right, give us your attack. Life affirmation isn't bad early. I'll take that. It'll give us the HP we'll need to survive. Anyway, so focusing on the conversation at hand. So I decided that of the things that I could kind of step away from and prioritize myself and spending time with Kiwi when it was available, it would be the channel. And I didn't really upload anything to explain that, but I don't think I really need to. This channel's kind of just a personal gift to myself and Kiwi. We'll go for Ares, or let's see, what have we got here? Do I want Ares or do I want... I'll take Ares, yeah. Oh, Urge, you know what, Urge to Kill. Urge to Kill is definitely the reason to take Ares. Okay. I'm just thinking I want to fill my god pool, otherwise Artemis would be awesome. Athena is necessary. Alright, let's see. Your special and trade for Demeter? I mean, not really ideal here. Do I reroll? I only have one reroll. I might want to save that for Aphrodite, so I'll hold off for now, and we take the HP. We're going to take HP every chance we can get. Coin is cool, but it's not going to really carry the run here. An extra boon will be necessary for selling, but if I sell my special right now, I'm not going to cry about it, honestly. Anyway, so that's kind of the big picture, but like I did just kind of drop the fact. Kiwi and I are married now. That happened like 2 weeks ago, which is insane. And honestly, nothing really feels like it's changed because we've been living together for the better part of 7 years and going on 8 now. We're about to celebrate our 8th anniversary. So, you know, it's not a lot of change. It's really just, it's official on paper and it changes how taxes work. And that's a lot of it, but it's also, it's really nice. I get to like look at my ring finger and be like, oh my goodness, I'm married, and like get a little jolt of happiness in the simplicity of the fact, you know? But yeah, life events. Work is still work, although it is kind of slowing down a little bit. I won't say it's perfect. Like my last shift was a bit more chaotic, but it was nothing like what those shifts. I mean, if you watched my previous episode of Hades, it wasn't meant to sound that like distraught, but my goodness, you could hear how exhausted and how stressed I was in the background. And it just wasn't a good performance, in my opinion, like to put in a public space. So I needed to take that break. Athena, we definitely do Athena. Trials are a huge time sink, and I'm only on 2 minutes halfway through Tartarus. It's not a good idea. Dan, to save us with time. Excellent. Okay, we need this. We need as much time save as we can get.
Want to stand back and watch me work here?
Not to mention, it's so easy to get the HP from him with Hestia. I'm just gonna pop everything that shows up with Ricochet Fire on top of that. Like everything is going to die in one click. Anyway. So yeah, that's kind of really the big picture here, is that I needed some time for myself. I also had real life events that were going on, family drama, personal drama, medical issues, work just absolutely eating my soul and time and will to create. And so like I haven't really had a lot of time to pursue interests outside of like the casual log into RuneScape and do something AFK or quote unquote AFK enough that can be run in the background. And of course the DFO dailies that I am beholden to as well, although even that dropped off. Like my forever MMOs, you know, even those kind of fell off a bit. So let's see, do we get her dash? We do not get her dash. Do I reroll here? I probably take this for now. We want to fill in some slots first and then go from there. Holding out a little bit longer just to wait for the Thanatos to drop his HP so we don't waste as much time on the timer, waiting for him to give us goodies. And here's our end shop, so I guess I was making really good time in Tartarus after all. Alright, I am not worried about the Furies. Hestia clears the Furies so easily, even without a boon. And the Shattered Shackle with Sisyphus just does its job like a champion. Like, look at that. What, 4 shot per phase? No, 5 shot per phase. Like, 5 attacks and we're into the next phase. I love Hestia. It really is just my turn brain off, win game kind of weapon. Like, the other weapons I definitely turn my brain off, but that doesn't mean I win the game, especially with the sword and the spear. I am very prone to playing like or actually no, more so the twin fist and the sword. I just play like a monkey sometimes. Okay, I dashed the wrong way on that one, unfortunate. I should also point out, I figured out the best way to get 50 heat with Hestia, where you don't have to take damage control or extreme measures for it, is to take 2 levels of routine inspection, knock down your mirror peg, because you really don't need a lot of boons to make Hestia work. Its base damage with Shattered Shackle is insane, and even without, it's pretty solid. You just need like 1 or 2 good boons and you're set for the run, and that includes Athena's dash, of course. Attack dealing more damage here is a very tempting offer, but I think I'm going to hold on to my coin because I need boons to sell. We let go of Phalanx Shot here, I think. Or maybe the special, I don't know. Special sells for more. I'm going to take that, I think. That'll let us get hopefully a better boon that will carry the run. But really, I could sell both of those boons and not really notice any major changes to my DPS and overall performance on the run. Phalanx Shot, I guess, gives us a little bit of defense against the Wave Crashers. Do I take this? I'm going to take this. It's a high-tier Hermes boon, and it could afford us a ton of damage in the long run if we get Rush Delivery off of it.
Don't let yourself get hit or else.
Alright, so what else is there to talk about? Well, I had my birthday. Our anniversary's coming up. Well, for my birthday, okay, let's talk about my birthday, because I need to, like, I think I'm going to make, like, a little side video at some point, just kind of explaining where I've been, like, as its own thing, rather than explaining it in an episode of Hades. But in that video, and maybe in this one if I have the energy to do so, Kiwi got me googly eyes for my birthday.
It says take one. It's free. Enjoy.
And I know that sounds really simple. Greater haste? We take that for sure. That sets us up for Rush Delivery, a really strong one too. And more move speed just means we can dodge a little bit more effectively. Anyway, I know getting googly eyes for her birthday present sounds like really simple, but she got me like 2 vats of them. And why have I wanted googly eyes? I feel like I might have talked about this on the channel before, but there has been a long-standing dream of mine to just cover our cats in googly eyes and have the stupidest photo ops with them. And my goodness, Kiwi, I have gotten the perfect photos. I'm probably gonna make it its own video, honestly. I think it's worth being its own video because I've gotten so many good photos of our cats just having the stupidest faces and the silliest photos with googly eyes just like loosely attach them. And full disclosure, there's no adhesive on these. It is exclusively gravity and the beautiful cooperation of my cat. We got Ares cast again, or special again. That's cool, Ares, thanks. Urge to Kill, no. Blood Frenzy, no. Whatever the third one is that I really like, no. Oh well. Unlucky, really unlucky, but whatever. It at the very least, it'll make the special help us clear damage control shields if we get into the room where they get spammed. Anyway, so like in these photos, like the cats are just purring, cooperating up a ton. Like, yeah, they're a little weirded out by me covering their eyes with something silly, but no, they're just happy for the attention because they're just such lovable little critters in our house. So I have gotten some fantastic photos. Attack speed is really not what we want. We're rerolling here. Side hustle is terrible. It's like genuinely awful here, but whatever. We take it. Nothing from the shop I want. Unlucky. All right, we take Aphrodite for her attack or Athena for her dash. I think we go Aphrodite because the attack probably matters more, but I know that dash and her call would also be really good from Athena. I'm gonna go for I want to go defensive. We have the damage that we need. We need the survivability. Alright, not my favorite mini-boss. Hestia at least can handle this one pretty well, so I'm not too worried about it, but just gonna try and pop Meg, use the iframes there to not get hit. Yeah, that's how you use Meg, but it was a little dicey. I was probably like 1 frame away from getting a huge, like, 40 damage hit taken. So, a little sketchy. We got the dash. Awesome. Okay, that's gonna up our survivability a ton. Now, we just focus on damage. Ideally, either Artemis or Aphrodite on the attack. Preferably Aphrodite, I feel, because getting weak on an enemy while I don't want to get hit in any scenario. 30% damage reduction is going to keep us alive and be a little bit more consistent in the overall DPS than Artemis, where we're depending on a 15% chance crit on a pretty low attack speed. And without pressure points, well, actually, we already have our 4 gods, so we're not going to see Artemis anyway. So really, I hold out for Aphrodite's attack. Demeter's attack and Athena's attack are acceptable alternatives. I don't have enough coin to afford a boon or an HP, but maybe a palm? Nah, why did I take this? This was, oh, palm slice, there we go. Do I actually want to take that though? I think I'm going to skip it. I'm going to save my money. That was a mistake. I should have taken the palm room. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Lerny is a little bit scarier with Hestia,
I'm back, Lerny, to kill you once
but we
again.
pop his heads in like 2 hits, so it's fine. It is so fine here. Like, watch this. We clear his phase in about, I want to say 6 hits probably of the attack. Yep, just about. I wasn't counting that time. I think it was 5 again. So, but then we just instantly nuke his heads with a couple attacks. 3 attacks and the heads are gone. Yeah, like, I love Hestia. I love Hestia so much. Now, I will say, like, unless we get a rare or epic tier attack, it won't, Aphrodite's attack will not, oh my goodness, will not outperform the Shattered Shackle, but a palm or 2 on it will. The downside is the odds of us getting a palm on the attack are low, but I would ideally like to get an attack boon sooner than later. Even if it is overall a net damage down, it allows us to switch out to Acorn for the Hades fight, which we'll want for survivability. You know, it's funny, I went into this talking like I'm not expecting to win. I just wanted to kind of do something that feels like brain dead, but risky enough for something fun and a little challenging. Get my, well, we're fine. I can afford the death there. It's basically a free heal at this point. But I wanted to do something that kind of is a win I have to work for, but kind of gets me back into the mindset of Hades. When you haven't played a game for like 2 months, basically, it's a good idea to maybe practice. Oops, my controller got unplugged. Back in you go. No? Okay, there we go. My controller, I'm still using that old Stadia controller. The USB-C cable is still very fiddly, I have to say. I think we just part ways with Side Hustle here, honestly. Or, I don't know, Phalanx Shot is expensive. Does it set us up for any of Athena's better boons? Let me see. What would I want these for, if anything? Oh, right, let's see. Okay, so Phalanx Shot and Divine Dash get us the Death Defiances, so I can probably let go of Phalanx Shot here, keep Side Hustle for the little bit of extra coin it'll give us. It's not going to add up to a lot, but it may make the difference between the HP we need to survive or not. But yeah, it's been a long 2 months, I will say. It's been a very, very long 2 months. There's been a lot of travel, seeing my family downstate, which was like a 4 or 5 hour drive, which, ugh. And that visit was in part nice and in part terrible. I don't want to go into detail about that. This isn't the place to talk about that, but needless to say, drama. Just some drama that I wish hadn't happened, but it is life. Life is life.
Sea creature.
But everyone's okay for now. That's what matters most. Anyway, so I guess the next step is like kind of talking about what I want to do. So why am I even coming back? Well, I've been wanting to. I figured I would continue my hiatus until I felt like I wanted to record again. And I've been increasingly wanting to record Hades, 9 Souls. I really want to finish that 9 Souls playthrough. It has been such a great game, and I've really, really been enjoying the voice acting that I've been doing in it. So to let that go and just like discontinue it would be a real shame. Especially for Kiwi, who is kind of invested in the story and is like, where's the finale, Jeff? Where's the finale? She's also been pretty busy, so like, she's like, if I would have been pretty upset with you if I wasn't like a couple episodes behind where we are currently. So I'm gonna do some catching up. We'll definitely finish that 9 Souls playthrough. I can promise you that. But honestly, the biggest like, oh my god, like I've had like the gradual ramping up of wanting to record for a while, but the biggest impetus, I mean, well, Silk Song came out. Silk Song came out, but Hades, we just had our Nintendo Direct of September. And opinions on how that direct overall was. Oh goodness, a lot of cherries. 1 second. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Nope. Opinions on the direct aside, they did reveal something pretty important. Hades 2 is coming out in like 10 days. Oh, there's our Patroclus room. Do I need it? Yeah, I need it. What am I saying? I need that. I need the, we're running Stubborn Defiance. We definitely want the HP up that he gives. Hopefully we get the 2 chamber sticks to make it last.
Please make yourself at home here in this corner of eternal paradise.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we make it. Anyway, but yeah, Hades 2 is officially announced, and honestly, I think one of the other big deterrents for me wanting to like record was a lot of my recordings are Hades 1 content. Ugh, really would have preferred Butterfly Ball.
Well, sure.
Oh well. Asterius is still manageable. We'll make it work. Just gotta kite him out and be ready to dash away when he starts charging at me. I'm keeping my distance as much as possible. One of the greatest things about Hestia is how much range you... Oh god, that's 72 damage. At least we heal for 160 anyway. Hestia's empowered shot doesn't just do more damage, it does more range. It has even more range, so you can really safe spot enemies if auto target would let me. Anyway, but yeah, I think one of the biggest reasons is I'm kind of burning out on Hades 1 a little bit.
Interesting.
But Hades 2 comes out in 10 days, so what I think I'm gonna do is I've given myself a 10-day time limit. I have cast that too early. Oh, that was a misplay. That was a horrible misplay. I'm gonna record Hades 1 again and get back into the flow of recording for the channel. Again, I don't promise that I will have an upload every day. That's not the plan right now. The plan is to record when I feel like it and enjoy what I'm doing. And if I'm not enjoying it, it's not worth doing, right? Overall, a clean Asterius. It actually gave us a pretty solid heal, all things considered. All right. Hopefully Aphrodite gives us her attack now. I would like that before Hades. We got, okay, 70% damage. It's a 30% damage loss, but it's fine. It's going to increase our survivability for 2 reasons. Our keepsake that we'll use against Hades, and applying weak to the enemies that are hitting us. It means we aren't one-shotting things anymore, which is a little bit unideal, but I think we will be okay because I can very easily kite things about and do just fine. Anyway, so yeah, I think I was burning out a little bit on Hades 1. I had so many ideas, but on top of all of the stress from work, the personal stresses as well, like the stresses from my personal life as well, the gargantuan task of like figuring out how to mod, figuring out how to like make cool challenge runs off of those mods versus the very casual playthrough of what we did during the story. I needed, it felt like an overwhelming task that I was not in a physical or mental capacity to doing. So I elected to drop it for now and come back to it later when maybe I need a break from Hades 2 after I play like 200 episodes in a row over the course of a year. Yeah, that's a reality I have to recognize, is that we've been recording Hades for over a year now, and almost every other day we've uploaded a Hades video, which is kind of really cool. All right, I actually have money to afford something from the shop this time. I'm going to go to the shop and make the correct decision. Let's see, what have we got here? Aphrodite or HP? I mean, we got Aphrodite's attack. Do I really need more boons? I'm gonna maybe take the HP or say... I'm gonna take the HP. All right, and the elite rooms, the ones with the skulls, have more armored enemies, but they tend to be faster, so I'm gonna take them because I want to be mindful of our time. We're actually making decent time, but that's only up until we get 5 chamber 6, you know? That said, this was a mistake. I got an archer room with damage control shields, which really makes this a lot worse, actually. Oh, goodness. Anyway, but as I was saying, like, I have kind of really wanted to play Hades 2. I've been trying to overall avoid it. Ever since we recorded about 29 episodes of the very first patch of early access, just to kind of dip our toes, get a taste of what it's going to be like, and it was pretty hard. I have to say, but like, I've played a couple rounds since then just to see a little bit of what's been released, but not really delve into it. And those couple plays of like, okay, I didn't want to record Hades 1, let me do something that's still Hades, but not going to record. And it just made me realize how excited and how much I want to play Hades 2. And honestly, that, as well as everything else, was just kind of like I need something new. I need something I want to look forward to, or am looking forward to. I want to like play for a really long time. And Hades 2 is the simplest answer to that question. Like, I've been playing other little Hades-like games, like Realm of Ink, for example, which is a pretty solid game. And then I went back and played a couple rounds of Lotus Lantern. Granted, a couple rounds of these games total amounts to like maybe like 5 rounds, and maybe like 5 rounds of Hades 2 as well, altogether. But Hades 2 looks incredible. The soundtrack is outstanding. The writing is, I mean, Supergiant Games always has great writing and voice acting, so there's no surprises in that front. But it's exactly what I want. I want the gameplay style that I like with the story to back it up. And Lotus Lantern and Realm of Ink aren't really carrying in the story department for me in any significant metric. I don't really have any. I think it's mostly just like I don't have any connection to the characters yet, and I don't think I'm going to get one anytime soon. I'd probably take the shop again and go for HP. Does Demeter offer anything I want? Her call, I guess. I really don't want her call, but Snowburst, whatever, we'll take it. I'm gonna save the money for a Death Defiance, or well, I guess a Stubborn Defiance buff from the Well of Sticks, or maybe a Cyclops Jerky.
Meg, help.
Take the Meg damage, got it on both of them, awesome. Okay. It's always a little dicey, particularly if you have damage control on, which I don't on this run. Oh, well, I did not need to take that hit, but I think I'm gonna save my money for the 6 shops for now. We can get a bunch of HP, we can get potentially some boons that we need, but more realistically, oh, Mysterious. Slammed into his buddy there. We've got decent time, but it's gonna feel kind of tight. I'm a little worried about the timer. I think since this is an Extreme Measure Sport, we should still have some decent timing, but it's a little nerve-wracking. We'll see. Just gotta keep. Oh my goodness, that does 100 damage. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have realized I should have gotten out of that as soon as possible. Oh well. We're still fine. We still have our Stubborn Defiance. I just need to remember to pop it before I kill Theseus, and that shouldn't be hard to do. I'll probably just face tank one of his shots. For now, I'll just get him off his little high horse. Anyway, focusing. So, I just want to play Hades 2. I want to play Hades 2 so bad, man, and I'm going to very soon. All right, we just DPS. We pump out as much DPS as we can here, and then once his special is done, we'll take a hit. I think. Maybe I just focus on killing him. I can die in a 6 chamber real easily, and I'd rather just save my time against this guy. Well, Ares helped there. Yeah, okay, it's fine. We can heal in sticks. We can definitely heal in sticks. It's not that big a deal. I'm used to playing at this much HP in a lot of scenarios. Okay, we have actually made it to sticks with an attack boon, so we can switch out to Acorn here. Unless is there anything else I want? No reason for Lucky Tooth. We just take Acorn. We always take Acorn here. There's no reason not to. I probably just let go of Greater Haste because we're not getting Rush Delivery at this point. There's no way I'm going to afford a Hermes boon here. And none of this is beneficial, unfortunately. All right. Well, we're hoping for a 2-chamber sticks. But there's actually a very realistic possibility that I beat Hades here. And now I acknowledge Extreme Measures 3 Hades is the same as Extreme Measures 2, 0, and 1. So it's actually a pretty solid chance. More so, I just have, what is it? Oh gosh. Overtime? Oh, what is it? Forced Overtime. There we go. Forced Overtime. Which makes enemies work faster, work faster, yeah, run and attack faster. That does sometimes mess me up, but I think I can do this. I think I can very realistically get a 50 heat clear. Demeter's Aid, well, it gives us iframe, so I guess it's not terrible. Probably should have got the Palm first before I bought the Demeter Boon. Whatever, it's that Palm is useless, oh well. Who we've got here? Palm and then Coin. I'll go for the Palm first and probably then go for the HP. But I'll stick with the Coin Chamber mostly. Oh gosh, I got hit by that. It's fine. I need to heal anyway. We've got 10 rooms to clear, so that means if we do not get 2-chamber sticks, we do not keep the Patroclus buff. So that is the one thing to recognize here. Okay, well, we'll see. But long story short is, I think Supergiant Games has done an amazing job on Hades 2, and I think from the rounds that I have played more recently, they have done a phenomenal job balancing it. It definitely feels a lot easier than how I remember it was in the first stages of early access. Like, I could pretty reliably get some clears, and I found some really crazy powerful synergies between like Aspect of Medea. Well, let me not spoil it for those who want to go in blind. I won't talk about it here, but they have done a phenomenal job balancing it. I think there are some really cool boon ideas, and like duos especially. Duo boons are going to be insane because they're even... Never mind. The point being is, the core mechanics you expect of a Hades game are in there. The story is the thing we're waiting on the most, I think, right now, and if the 1.0 patch from Hades 1 is anything to go by, we should be getting a heck ton of story. How are we only getting Snowburst? I'm rerolling. I'm mad. Okay, there we go. Now we are officially doing more damage than if we had the Shattered Shackle by a whole 4%. but that was a 34% damage increase. We're not going to complain. I'm sticking with mini bosses. They're fast. They're generally easier than the giant satyr rooms. Probably for the best if I just keep things simple, predictable, and manageable. I definitely need to remember to pop my Death Defiance, or my Stubborn Defiance rather, before we clear the third room of these chambers, so that I can hopefully get a full heal. But yeah, so I'm not going to guarantee that I will start recording Hades 2 immediately upon its release. In fact, I almost guarantee I will not, because I will not have the time to do so. It's getting released on a work day, and the time to record, render, and upload is likely going to exceed the time it takes. Okay, we did get the 2 chamber sticks. I totally forgot to heal before going into this room. Oh my gosh, I got so excited about Hades 2, I forgot. Oh well, I think we just take this other palm and move along with our lives. Let's see. Demeter's Aid, terrible palm, whatever. We're in for a ride, Kiwi. I'll take the fish. But alright, Kiwi, place your bets. Do I beat Hestia 50 heat on my first try of returning to the game? It's been a pretty convincing show so far.
Countenance of Cerberus agrees. The satyr sack must be destroyed.
But again, like I've said a million times before, Hestia is my favorite weapon in the game. It is my most consistent weapon in the game, and my favorite weapon for challenge runs in particular, because I can just let it carry me so hard. It's just such a fun weapon. So there may be a little bit more Hestia and Rama gameplay on average, because those are my favorite weapons, but I am going to try and beat 50 heat on every weapon.
Been waiting long.
Not every aspect, but every weapon type. I think I can commit myself to trying that.
Catch your breath if necessary, and then let us see if you shall earn your bonus for this day.
All right, here we go, Kiwi. Wish me luck. I'm probably going to focus here because I would like to get the 50 heat, but I guess people out there who are potentially listening in, let me know if there are any games you're particularly interested in seeing. Obviously, the next 2 big games are going to be Silk Song and Hades 2. I can guarantee that, because those are the games I want to play the most. But there are other games that I've been mulling over. The Outer Wilds. Oh my goodness, I'm wasting all of my acorn charges. I'm playing terribly. Hold on. Outer Wilds. I've been thinking about Azura's Wrath, just to share it with Kiwi, because that is a game. There's a game called Paparazzi that Kiwi has been recommending me play, because she thinks it's got like the same energy as Duranko Wonko, and I would absolutely adore it. And from the little trailers that I've seen of it, okay, I have completely wasted my acorn. This was embarrassing. But Paparazzi has absolutely been something that is like, oh my goodness, I could eat that game up. I want to play it. It looks really cute, and it just has a ton of dogs and cute dog things, and why wouldn't I want to play it? But Outer Wilds, Paparazzi, honestly, there's been a part of me that is just like, I want to do a very casual Stardew playthrough. And there are other bigger projects that I want to bring onto the channel once I have more free time. So my quote-unquote winter break starts in November. Once winter break happens, I'm off from November to March, and that'll be my biggest time to like really sit down and kind of do things for the channel, or for myself if I'd rather do that. But I want to animate a little bit more. I want to get better at drawing, so I'm thinking about like practicing drawing a little bit more regularly in my off time. And then on top of that, I have, I want to do my yearly Lorenz. Oh goodness, that curved real hard. Unfortunate. Okay, we're down our Death Defiance. We're still in Phase 1. Phase 1 tends to be harder for me, but there are some very scary things in Phase 2, including pots that will one-shot us, and lasers that can just absolutely chunk us if we're caught in them in the wrong spot. But that shouldn't happen, right? I'm pretty, as long as I play safe, which I have very clearly demonstrated I am not doing, the lasers shouldn't be the death of me. Epic foreshadowing. Not really, though. Anyway. But yeah, there are definitely some like more experimental videos I want to do with this channel, largely focusing on kind of like more curated content, maybe highlight reels of games that I've already played. Oh my goodness, well, that's what I get for making fun of lasers, I guess, Kiwi. But like maybe some highlight reels of gameplay that I've done, particularly with Nine Souls, because I am really proud of some of the voice acting that I did in that. Check out that fancy iframe that I just pulled out. All right, he's slowed down, which will affect his timing of attacks, but not enough that it should matter too much. Demeter's Call does like no damage. It's so lousy. Or at least it feels that way. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it definitely felt horrifically underwhelming there in particular. It looked like it did no damage. It may just also be that Hades has a huge HP pool, given he does have a huge HP pool. But alright, we are close to death. Whoa! Okay, maybe lasers are going to be the death of me, Kiwi. We'll see. I'm just trying to pop all of his little skulls while I can so that I don't have to have one extra thing to dodge. Oh my goodness, he is laser happy. He heard me he heard me make fun of his lasers, and now he's like, well, I disagree. Like, look at this. How many times does he use lasers? Like, it's an RNG pattern. I guess it just doesn't have a cooldown, but that's unfortunate. Okay, whoop. I'm gonna focus for a second. We're really close, but we are like 2 hits. Oh my goodness. Ah, oh boy. Okay, I use iframes from the call, but I am in a sketchy spot. Okay, we're fine. It's like 2 hits. Oh my goodness. I am 1 hit from death. He is 1 hit from death. No, no. Oh, Kiwi. Ah, that's lame. But hey, I came into this not expecting to beat at 50 heat. This is my first Hades 1 playthrough in like in 2 months. And the fact that he was like 2 hits away from a death, I'm pretty happy with that outcome. A shame that we don't have a win on the first back, but like, if this is 50 heat, should I expect a win? No. Oh well.
Listening to incessantly complaining shades.
We will come back to this, and if anything, I have proven that out of every weapon in the game, Hestia is my weapon, and I can definitely be 50 heat with it. There is no question about that.
Sorry. Hope you enjoy your stay.
When you're around Hypnos, I enjoy every stay. Thanks for being a friend. Okay. Ooh, heart rate's up a little bit. Let's go pet the dog. The dog needs a good pet. We haven't pet Cerberus in so long.
When I pet your other heads,
Maybe that's why work has been so rough. I haven't been petting Cerberus enough and getting the good pets RNG. Let's go dump our resources into, I've already forgotten his name, the resources manager, but let's,
A setback, then. Honor the queen, my child.
let me just make sure there's nothing in the shop first that I want. Or just get stuck on a wall.
Cerberus in the spotlight.
Cerberus is always in the spotlight. He's such a good boy. Ambrosia, I don't need. All right, let's go to the resources manager or resources director, or I forget, whatever he is. But all right, Kiwi, my first episode back in 2 months. It's nice to record again. It's been so long. Yeah, my agent. All right. Well, I'm going to keep dumping resources, although it doesn't look like I'll be able to afford the next one if the amount of darkness I have is any indicator. But there we go, Kiwi. First episode in 2 months. Let me know if there's anything you want to watch me play, aside from those games I listed. And with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Oh my goodness, I get to say this again. It's been so long. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.